2 sets and I'm pumped. Now we're going to go on to chest and back. A couple of my favourites, one in particular, the bench press, everybody's favourite. We all know how to do that, so I'll show you my variations on it, slight, and then I'm going to show you a different idea for the upper part of the chest. I do an incline easy bar. Obviously you can't really load the weight because you'll see why you have to sort of do a snatch and jerk there to load it up into the chest. Anyway, we're going to move over the bench and go from there. Now with bench, you're going to see me move a lot more weight than this. Right now it's just about street form. Make sure when you ever hit your chest, shoulders, any region, really warm up those shoulder joints first. Maybe some rotation to the dumbbell, really open up the chest. Me personally, whenever I do my chest workout, I like to start off with some cable flies, really just open up and increase that range of motion, and open up the muscle fibers ready for the blood to pour in. Alright, here we go. So, footing first, flat on the ground, legs 90 degrees, back on the bench. And what I like to do is when I'm going relatively light on the bench, I'm only doing 100 kilos here, I get rid of the thumbs, and then when I'm going for a heavy weight, I really like to grip that bar as if I want to break it. I find that will give you a little bit more strength and really hold it on tight. But right now we're just going to go without the thumbs. I'll go, say just about shoulder width, maybe just within that span. And I like to hit more of the center of the chest. I really don't go out wide with my grip. It's just something that I do personally. We're just going to go for around 12-15 reps here. Nice and low, not hitting the chest. I find that's it's kind of like a stop position there, and just really keeping that tension on. Okay, so this is my variation on what I like to do for incline. I find that a straight bar for incline tends to really be taxing on the shoulder joint, a lot of pressure on the wrist. I find this is just more, a lot safer for your joints and longevity really in the end. I think if you guys can get used to doing this exercise, I'll show you exactly how I like to do it. Obviously be careful, really don't overload that weight. We're really just going on contraction and a strict movement right here. So again, gripping the weight. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to flick this up, clean the jerk, and start beginning to press. Again, no thumbs, really squeezing that top part of the chest, and as you see I really grip the bar in close. As you noticed on the bench, I like to do these last couple of reps nice and slow and really focus on that contraction and stretch. Down, up, yep, that's right. Now we've got 2 exercises for the back. We're going to do lats, an exercise for lats, a little bit of a variation on the lat pull down. I'm sure all of you know how to do a lat pull down. But I like to use an easy bar on there, and then we're going to do some standard seated rows and slight variations on that as well, just the way I like to do things. Because I like to do an underhand grip, gripping out as wide as possible on the easy bar. I'm going to row them down. Something really important I want to bring to attention is a lot of people, you see them telling you to arch your back on the machine. We really want to control that pivot through the hips, keeping the core locked in when we're doing the movement. So you see, guys like to arch the back. I'm not going to be doing that, I'm going to be pulling through. This is higher in the insert of the upper lat into the rear delt there. It really hits up in the top and you get a nice row motion so you can really get a lot more back development rather than a straight bar. Then I also like to do different grip and I change it up. Every set I do, I always do out of grip and in grip. I drop the weight slightly. So obviously we may start on the lower weight, move up, each time, up, down, up, down. Nice and close, and that curve, you really feel slight changes in angles when you're training. You feel different areas of the back work, biceps work, whatever you're doing. Yeah, you can really hit it. Inner part of the lats there, more closer to the middle of the back. Noticing how I like to stretch and really extend to open up the lats, really open up the back, and then really pull down and hold that contraction hard. Now we're going to move over to seated row. I tend to superset my seated row with traps just to hit the center of the back. I find the traps intertwine and interconnect with your rhomboids, forming that cross shape. So hitting them together rather than traps on a shoulder day, I think is a lot more effective. It makes a lot more sense. So first I'm going to hit the top part of the rhomboids there, and then I'm going to really squeeze and concentrate on the lower lat insert through a different way of doing the exercise. Center grip on the outside of my thumb. You'll see me pull my shoulders up a little bit higher than usual. Noticing that I get the V handle here to point downwards on an angle, it's going to drive a lot more force to the inner lat there. I'm going to pull through really hard down to our stomach now rather than up to the chest. Right, so that's my back exercise done.